you an expert, entrepreneur, or small business owner passionate about helping people through life's transitions? The Fresh Starts Expert membership is perfect for you. For just $55 per month, this dynamic membership is designed to boost your business and amplify your brand. Fresh Starts is here to provide you with business development, marketing, coaching, networking, publicity, community engagement, and more. With an SEO-optimized profile, exclusive press opportunities, and weekly co-working and business coaching sessions, you'll connect, grow, and gain visibility like never before. Are you ready to elevate your brand? We can't wait to work with you. Visit freshstartsregistry.com and become a Fresh Starts expert today.
Welcome to Simple Tips to Support Yourself, the podcast series that's here to help you master the art of adulting without losing your mind. Each episode will dive into simple, practical tips from the Fresh Starts experts on how to tackle life's daily obstacles with a little less chaos and a little more confidence. Whether it's figuring out finances, tackling that never-ending laundry pile, or even learning how to make a doctor's appointment without breaking into a cold sweat, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee and get ready to learn, laugh, and maybe even feel like you've got this whole being an adult thing under control. Let's do this together, because here at Fresh Starts, you never have to adult by yourself.
I'm Chelsea Fournier. I am an online business strategist and a marketing agency owner. I also happen to be a deep empath, an intuitive, neurodivergent, so lots of sides to me. And I'm former lawyer / corporate girly turned entrepreneur now of over a decade.
You do so many things, Chelsea. You have your hat in so many places. Okay, so Chelsea, we have a lot of people who come to Fresh Starts because their fresh start is a job change or a life change that often includes a job change. And you're the perfect person to ask about this. How can we use our intuition and our gut when either building a business or looking for a job or like that intersection of like that witchy woo gut side and then the business corporate girly side? What do you say about this, Chelsea?
Yeah. Well, I think the first thing that I want to talk about is how I define intuition, because I feel like it can be hard to just be like, how do I do this thing? So to me, intuition, it's really about this profound wisdom that resides within each of us. It's a deep knowing, and it's what transcends logic and reasoning. So that inner guidance system that nudges you towards decisions. And when you follow intuition, I think many people will say, it really helps you to be in more aligned states because you're making decisions that really, whatever your spiritual practice is in the background, it's like this subtle whisper of what you're meant to do, whatever that means to you. And so when you're looking at job searching, job changes, career development, launching a business, right? We've all been there making big life, career, and business decisions, ignoring our intuition, our energy, and our body. And so then it's about developing a relationship with your intuition, almost like it's a separate person in my mind, to build trust so that you're getting that inner guidance speaking up louder and louder to you.
I love that. I love that explanation, Chelsea. So if somebody is listening to this and they're kind of like looking for jobs, or maybe they're interviewing for a job, what is a way that you recommend that they do get quiet and kind of sit? I like that you said it's like another person. I almost feel like I should name our intuition, right? Like, how can you have a date with that person, right? With your intuition and really start to, because we live in such a chaotic time right now. So what does that look like to really touch base with your intuition?
I think it looks like developing little rituals, little ways of inviting it in. And it can feel like, oh gosh, I have to have my spiritual practice, my intuitive practice, and then it has nothing to do with my career or my business practice. But it's more about, I call it bringing your intuition into your boardroom to say, I want to make decisions that are going to be in alignment for me and my career and my business and my highest and best. And so what are little vignettes, little ways that I can really bring that into as an invitation, a welcoming? And so I think a couple things. I've got a little list organized, Chelsea.
Yeah, tell us, Chelsea.
So I've got some ways. One is obviously practicing mindfulness and presence. So whether that is meditation, deep breathing, even just mindful walking, how many of us have that great decision or clarity come while we're like out walking, listening to music, allowing yourself that time, because being present enhances your awareness of those subtle intuitive nudges. I also really love journaling and actually tracking your intuitive hits. Right now I'm in like a weight loss journey, so I'm tracking my macros. Whatever you want to be focusing on, you're going to have more of. So tracking your intuitive hits could look like having a little note on your phone or a notebook and noticing things like, I had a little intuitive nudge to slow down because I was rushing in my day. I didn't listen to it, and then I tripped and broke my favorite vase. Or I did listen to it and the rest of my day went better. And so looking at like, where are some of those little nudges that doesn't even have to be about your career or business, just this like building that relationship to be like, oh, I see you. I hear you. I'm listening. Tracking can be really fun, even if it's just for a couple days or a week.
I love that.
And then tuning into physical sensations, full embodiment, somatics, all of the things I know you love as well.
Yep.
We're not meant to make decisions from our brains alone, but we, especially as women, have been taught to ignore our body and really just make moves in our business and career based on like logical sense, spreadsheets, pro-con lists, right? But what could it look like to bring things in like muscle testing, body swaying, pendulums, like anything that can really ground you into actually feeling how your body is giving you guidance can be really helpful when you're looking at even which application should I submit or which story should I bring up in an interview? And I've got a couple like specific examples of how you can bring these in just a moment. But one of the biggest shifts for me was actually starting to explore my human design a couple years ago. And if you're not familiar with human design, it's a whole topic, but if you've kind of come across it, it's a blend of astrology and the chakra system and other systems, and it gives you personalized guidance. And one of the areas of guidance that was the most healing for me was to understand my authority. So in human design, your authority is your innate decision-making style. Because even developing your intuition, you might realize like, oh, I need to sleep on decisions. I need to feel decisions. I can make gut decisions.
Interesting. Yeah.
And so even if you're not like super deep into human design, understanding your authority can be so helpful to decondition how maybe you've been taught to make decisions and start to play with, well, what if I just tried to allow time to pass and allow that I'm an emotional decision maker, or, oh gosh, I'm a splenic decision maker. I can follow my intuitive hits to a T. That can be a really fun way to start playing, and you don't have to go like super rabbit hole deep, but just to understand that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then trust, right? Like in any relationship, you need to build trust. So if you start some of the tracking, if you start feeling, maybe you're using some muscle testing, and then to actually take the action, like some of it is embodiment, following through and being like, this doesn't make sense, but every time I muscle test, it's a yes. So I'm going to go to lunch with this mentor and see what they have to say. Little ways that you can start to actually take action. What I have found is when I do, then I put myself in rooms or situations or relationships that I might not have otherwise, that open up doors that I never would have gotten through on my own.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love all of that so much. I think it's so true. I love what you said. You're blowing my mind a lot today, Chelsea. I love what you said about like, building this trust. Again, it is like a different person. You have to build a relationship and a trust with your intuition. And I'm laughing because you said like about the slowing down thing. I feel like that happens to so many people, right? They're like, oh my God, I dropped my bath towel on the floor, and that is a sign that you should be slowing down, right? Like that is like all of these little things. Your body's doing it for a reason. The universe is doing whatever it needs to be doing, and it's all signs. I love such great advice. Like if you're listening to this, I would go rewind and listen to that again. I think that was wonderful, wonderful advice. Chelsea, how do you work with people? And if people are listening to this and they would love to work with you, what does that look like?
Yeah. So I own a marketing agency where we do done-for-you support for developing websites, email marketing, and marketing plans, front end and back end. And I think part of what really sets us apart in that is that we slow down and get to understand people's vision in their business. And I often will kind of weave in and be like, I feel like something's not in alignment. Do you want me to drop into an energy reading for you? Or, is it okay if we dive into your human design to help you make this decision? And so we really see it as a whole relationship.
I love that.
I also do strategy sessions just to help people map out funnels and client journeys to really amplify the conversion in their business while still feeling authentic and aligned. And I'm always doing all kinds of things.
You're
group
always
coaching or freebies.
Always, yeah.
And, I think one of the big things, if you're thinking about business or career, you can use this type of thing in everything. Like in my business, I use pendulums and breath work and meditation for hiring and creating partnerships and deciding on which collaboration to pursue or how to price my offers.
Yeah.
And if you're in a job search, it could be which networking events to attend, who to share your resume with, like what jobs to apply for. So you really can bring this into alignment as you're developing your career and not have it be like, well, there's this part of me and then there's the part of me trying to make money.
I love that. I love that. So Chelsea, how can people find you?
I'm most active on Instagram. I am at Intuitive Business Mentor. I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm pretty much on every social media as either Chelsea Fournier or Intuitive Business Mentor.
And Chelsea's very active and responsive. So if you have questions, definitely reach out to her. And you can, of course, find Chelsea at Fresh Starts Registry in the Expert Guide. We so appreciate her at Fresh Starts. I love your take on everything. So thank you so much for being here, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. A Fresh Story podcast is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the first and only platform for everything you need to begin again, from home items to Hype Team and everything in between. You can learn more and read today's show notes at afreshstory.com.
Are you a freelancer, solopreneur, writer, creative, or professional looking to achieve your goals within a supportive community? Have you found that working from home on your own gets lonely? That you're missing the accountability and community of a positive workplace environment? We understand. And we're so excited to introduce you to the Fresh Starts Collective. For just $35 per month, gain access to 6 daily offerings a week, including virtual co-working, open office hours for business coaching, accountability sessions, and networking opportunities. Enjoy expert workshops, monthly events, and an extensive content library. Connect with marketing, design, and writing professionals to brainstorm and grow together. Surround yourself with accountability, community, and growth. Elevate your journey with the Fresh Starts Collective for only $35 per month. Visit freshstartsregistry.com and join us today.